This segment is brought to you by Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us, however you may be joining us. We appreciate it very much. And very glad to talk a little bit about one of these wonderful events that takes place here in the spring. This one going on its 9th year. We welcome Nicholas Lichtenstein, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Close enough?
Close enough.
Very good. I appreciate you being here. He's the director. Sitting next to him, Mr. Zach Brown. Zach, thanks for joining us.
You bet.
All right. So, guys, Nicholas, tell us a little bit about the story, because it's a very unique story. It's the Ron and Jackie Bartels Kids Conservation Fest. It's going to take place here on April 12th. But tell us a little bit about the history, because this is a very unique celebration, but it's even more unique about how it's named.
So Kids Conservation Fest was our original name. About 9 years ago, myself and a couple of the local conservation organization leaders got together and said, look, we really need an event locally that contains children, that we can teach these kids how to, what the outdoors offers. And then not only that, but also something that will take them off of computers, iPads, put them in the outdoors and teach them a little bit how the outdoors and conservation go hand in hand. So a guy named Lance Trotty with CCA, he was one of the original founders with me. And we named it the Kids Conservation Fest. We wanted a catchy name that would grab the attention of the kids. And so we set off on our first year. We had an amazing partnership with the Bayou Country Children's Museum. Right. We had our first event there, and we probably had, I don't know, 75 to 100 kids, and we were ecstatic about it.
Right.
Fast forward a couple years, 3-4 years goes by, and reverting back to when you said the name change, we changed the name to the Jackie Bartels Kids Conservation Fest. Right. That year, my grandmother passed away, and she was a huge proponent of children and outdoors and conservation. So we felt what better way to honor her by adding her name to the Conservation Fest. So that year, we changed it to the Jackie Bartels Kids Conservation Fest. And the festival began to grow and grow and grow. And that year, I think we had about 400 kids.
Wow, isn't that remarkable?
It was insane. It kept getting bigger, and every year we're like, no way it can get bigger, no way it can get bigger. And then fast forward to this past year, my grandfather did get to attend the event this past year in 24. And then in August, unfortunately, we lost him. But again, he had such a huge hand in children and outdoors and instilling that mission in me personally. So I felt we should add his name to it also. So now it is officially the Ron and Jackie Bartels Kids Conservation Fest. This is year 9, and over the last 9 years, we've had about 2,200 kids come to this event, and it's absolutely one of the coolest events you've ever seen.
Well, the other thing is that we're being able to teach them in a safe way how to really enjoy the outdoors and kind of really introduce them to some fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't tell you how many kids have come and learned how to cast a fishing pole for the first time, or shoot a BB gun, or a bow and arrow, or blow a duck call, or learn how to build a wood duck box. Right. So the opportunities for these children to come, and look, there's a lot of folks that should be thanked for their generosity over the years. But these kids are coming and going home with tools that they can use at home to be able to enjoy the outdoors. A fishing pole, for example, or a tackle box, or a duck call, or so on and so forth. So there is a lot of good that comes out of this event for the children.
Well, and not just with Ducks Unlimited, but there's so many other partnerships, right, Zach, that really make this special.
Yeah, so when it comes to youth events, this one stands above all the rest. This is the only, there's 5,000 DU events around the country. This is the #1 event, and it's the only one of its kind where it's partnered with multiple organizations, with CCA, Delta Waterfowl, and Ducks Unlimited. All 3 conservation organizations here in Louisiana all have youth membership programs. And so when you come to this event, not only do you get to go to the museum and enjoy all the stuff there that they offer, you get memberships to all 3 organizations.
Wow.
So, pretty cool thing.
So it's kind of a starting point, if you will, right? For kids that are being introduced to this, it's not just a one-time thing. This is a partnership that will allow them to understand conservation, but it also lets them be able to do this as a membership into these efforts for a lifetime.
Correct, and prolongs the education of the conservation. Once they become a member of one of these organizations, again, they're sending fun materials for the kids to continue to learn their education on conservation, what the outdoors has to offer, and so on and so forth. One thing, like last year, we had a partner that came in and gave 300 life jackets out to the kids. And they said, look, we had a great time. Going forward, we want to be involved, and the kids can bring those life jackets, exchange them for a new life jacket as they grow, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So just
And that's
another
the
example.
Children's Water Safety Awareness.
Correct. And Blue Boot
Joey,
Group.
great guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Blue Boot Rodeo as well.
Absolutely.
So again, some of those people that have taken some difficulty in their life and turn that around and to find a way to give back, and it's kind of what y'all are doing. So Jay, put the flyer up one more time. I want people to know what they can expect. We're coming out. We're going to be able to show you that it's Ron and Jackie Bartel's Kids Conservation Fest. It's going to take place on April 12th at the Bayou Country Children's Museum right there in Thibodeau, a wonderful place to host it. And they've done such a phenomenal job there at really educating and keeping kids involved and different programs that come through there. It's great to partner with them as well, right?
Absolutely. They've been a great partner. And again, every kid that does come gets to go into the museum and experience what they have to offer to us also.
If people wanted to get more information, where could they go, Nick?
They can go to our website, which is www.ducks.org,
Okay.
and click on the Conservation Fest. They can also get material from the Children's Museum website,
Right.
or just email me directly at nick@eaglellc.net.
nick@eaglellc.net. Gentlemen, I appreciate you coming on. Look forward to a wonderful event on April 12th. We're going to change some kids' lives, and that's what it's all about.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it. All right, guys. And that will do it for this particular segment, but don't go anywhere. A whole lot more Bayou time when we continue.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.